Hello, everybody. This is Fabienne from Boldheart, and I am joined today by Astrid, a member of the Boldheart Business Program. And Astrid, why don't you introduce yourself and tell the lovely people watching what you do in your business?
So my name is Astrid Guguen-Høst. I am French and I live in Oslo, in Norway. We moved 13 years ago here in Norway after living in Paris, where I was working as an international area manager for Parfums Givenchy in the Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy group. And we moved to Norway because my husband had an interesting job opportunity, and because we felt that there was our family was growing and the quality of life would be better here in Norway. So I have three daughters, and I stayed home for 2 years. And after a while, I started my company called Côté Bretagne. So I come from the northwest side of France, so that's why it's called Côté Bretagne. And my initial business was to import furniture, antiquities from France to Norway. And with that, I got to know a few interior architects, and I quickly understood that they needed uh, more than antiquities. They needed inspiration. They needed new product on the market. So I changed my business model to represent six brands that I distribute in Norway. And so I work with interior architects that are looking for something extra, something a little bit out of the ordinary, and that need inspiration to realize their project. So,
Astrid,
but
where were you in your business? What was your situation before you got acquainted with us, before you joined the program? What was working? What was not working?
so I had few years. So I was doing okay, but I had the opportunity to work for a hotel, and I had a problem with the hotel, so much that I had to hire a lawyer to help me, and I felt frustrated to had to clean mistake that was not mine, and I felt alone, and I felt that I needed to update myself.
Mm.
I felt that if I really wanted to move forward uh, my company, I needed help.
Yeah.
Um, I needed to learn more.
What did you see about Boldheart that made you want to join the program? What was it that it would provide to you that you didn't have before? And you said, you know what, I'm going to join the program because I want this. What was it that made you join?
I felt that as a person, you, Fabienne, were really authentic. And I felt that there was something, I don't know, it was an intuition.
Mm.
I I saw first an ad on Facebook about closing the sale, and I felt really, because I had my business for a few years, so I knew what you were talking about and the challenge, and it was really resonating in me. And then I attended a one day event in London, and the way you were speaking was really resonating to me. So I felt that that was, if there was something, that would be Boldheart. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
What's happened to you to your business since you joined us in the program? What changed? How did your business grow? How did you grow? Can you share some numbers or some percentages for us as a way to inspire those who are listening to this, thinking, oh, can I really grow my business? Does it actually help to invest in myself? What's happened to you?
So I increased my turnover of 45% in 2 years.
Congratulations.
I increased my salary of 50%.
Mm.
I have a good bottom line. I have good, healthy margin. So that's really nice. I felt at the beginning, when I started, I knew I had a big potential for my company, but I could not accept more clients because I didn't have the structure. So I needed help to put structure and to learn how to grow my business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With systems and a
System.
team, and you've done really
Yeah.
well since you've brought on a team. When you've created new ways of doing business with your team, so that they're doing a lot of things for you. It's really been miraculous.
Yes, yes, yes. And I feel that this is lots of different things that you will learn in Boldheart. You will learn how to grow your business, so the market, the different aspect, the activator. But you will, in order to really use those activator, what for me was really the big eye opening was the mindset, understanding the importance of my mindset.
I remember when you came back from the first mindset retreat you attended, and it was as if you were a changed person. Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
happened?
I don't know. It's hard. It was so deep. I was for my it was in Orlando. It was 2 days, just me spending this time for myself, really, and going through all those mindset aspects that I took time to really go through. It was not only a conference. We really took the time to work on it. I felt a new person. I felt I saw the world in a different way, the new
Yeah.
game of life.
That's
So,
what happens when you start working on your mindset, which is why we have a mindset first methodology at Boldheart. As you know, we don't teach anything until we overcome the mindset resistance, but you can reprogram your mind. You can reprogram how you see yourself. You can reprogram your brain, rewire your brain, so that you show up in the world as a totally different person. And when you show up that way, you act differently in your business. You get over the perfection paralysis. You stop questioning yourself as much, and you just take action. And I believe that's what happened to you.
Yes, I think it was the great combination. So I could absorb all those activators because I was open to change, and I
Yeah.
got the tool to move forward on my mindset as well. So
Was there some resistance to joining us in the beginning? Was there a little voice that said, "Oh no, you shouldn't
yes,
do this"?
yes, definitely, because I was a new mother of 3 daughters. I spent time with them. They were my priority. I started my own business. I never took the time, or I never invested in myself, really. So that was some resistance, and but I felt that I needed a stretch. I said to myself that I was worth to do that. I didn't know exactly where I was going, but I had a good feeling.
Mm.
And I felt as well, I said to myself, because it was a lot of back and forth, I said to myself, if I was listening to videos of other members, that if they did it, why not me? Why not me? And then I said to myself, okay, but money, because we were we bought a new apartment and different. I said, this is my company. I'm going to use not the money of our family, but my company's money. And I'm going to show that this is possible. So
Mm.
I wanted to challenge and push myself. That's what I wanted. I wanted to show myself that this was possible, that I was worth to do that for myself at the age that I was, um, yeah, in order to move forward. It was like difficult. It was like tingling in my heart, but it was a good feeling.
Mm.
Yes.
And you did it, and it
Yes.
paid for itself again and
Yes.
again and again.
Yes.
And you're a different person now.
Yeah, and I think it's not doesn't come like this. You have to work, and you have to be patient, and you have to be open for change. But you learn a lot. You have those activator Q&A, so you are coached by on your own issue, but as well when members have issue, you listen because those challenges might come for you after. I think I have learned as well how to put boundaries with my clients and supplier. I see problems in a different way. I'm not afraid as well to ask help because I know how to find competent people. I've learned I was afraid to hire someone because I thought that I didn't have the money, or I would not have time to teach that person because I was overbooked. But now I use an application called Asana. We have put lots of procedure in place, and those structure will help me if I sell one day my company, and if my assistant leave one day, the new person will just have to follow the steps. So it's very nice. I think I have learned as well what is my differentiation. I didn't know it was there, but I was not aware about it. I strengthen it, and I know now that I have a strong aesthetic eye, that I have an expertise on furniture, and I have a passion on handmade furniture. So the activator and the Q&A and the mindset classes gave me awareness and tools to move forward.
Yeah. And you the person that you are now, you can use these tools, you can use this new approach to creating a bigger impact with your business and creating more money for you and your family. You can use this for the rest of your career.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. Astrid, as we wrap up today, there's somebody watching this video, and they too have been going back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? What would you say to them about saying yes to the programming, to the program, and what would you advise them about getting over any resistance that they may be experiencing to joining us?
I think you need to know that you're worthy. That if you want to move forward in your business, you need to be stretched by someone, and the stretch is a program working on business, but as well on your mindset. It will be a big eye opening for you. It will bring you somewhere you don't even know. This is a gift for your life. This is not only for your business. This is, as an entrepreneur, your life is your business. It's all combined. This is something you will never forget. This is not only the knowledge you will learn, but the people you will meet, the approach. This is the whole. This is very nice. I advise strongly.
Thank you, Astrid, for sharing your inspirational story, and congratulations on this extraordinary results that most people these days aren't doing well. And you among the members of Boldheart are just increasing every year. And I just want to say congratulations. Well done. And thank you so much for sharing your inspiration with everybody. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.